What is up, guys? It's Girl Got Game here, and I am bringing you a team deathmatch on Resistance. Sorry that this gameplay is not the best. I go 27 and 10, I believe, but I wanted to put it up because some of my kills were actually pretty cool, and I get a chopper later on in the game that goes pretty beast mode. I was pretty psyched about it because usually my choppers don't do very well, but it actually gets me a lot of kills later on in the game. But what I wanted to talk about today is pretty much my story, how I got started gaming, what made me want to game. I know a lot of people when they start commentating, they talk about what made them want to game. And I pretty much have been a gamer my whole life, I just didn't know it. And what I mean by that is, when I was little, I can remember me and my brother sitting in his room and playing those old Nintendos. I don't know if you guys remember those, but those ones with the square controllers, and they only had the D-pad and the A and B buttons. And me and my brother were so far apart in age that we didn't really have a lot in common back then. And I can remember that was the one thing that me and him did all the time together, was play the old Nintendos. We used to play Mario, and we would battle each other all the time playing Mario, which was really cool. I mean, it kind of helped us bond a little bit. But we ended up moving, and it ended up getting packed up, and I don't guess it ever really got unpacked. I don't know where it's at. It's probably downstairs in a storage room somewhere. But after that, we moved into the house we are in now, and the way it's set up is my garage has an upstairs, and it's kind of like an apartment to itself, and my brother lived up there. Well, he got an Xbox, and he didn't really have many games. He did have a couple, but most of them were scratched to the point where you couldn't play them. But he did have Halo, and I can remember me and my cousin going up into my brother's room and playing Halo all the time, and we used to think that Halo was the be-all, end-all of games. But that's only because that's all we'd ever played. But we used to go there when my brother was at home, and we'd play Halo all the time. But unfortunately, we had a house fire a couple years ago, and pretty much everything up there was destroyed. Everything was gone. But surprisingly, the Xbox made it through. But everything was just so smoke damaged and everything that it was pretty much worthless. Couldn't really play it anymore. So that kind of ended my Xbox rampage for a while. But after that, I got myself a Game Boy, and a little after that I got myself a DS. And I can remember playing Banjo and Kazooie on my Game Boy all the time. I don't know if anyone knows what that game is, but I used to be in love with Banjo and Kazooie. I played that all the time. And when you had a Game Boy back then, I mean, you were just so cool having a Game Boy. I mean, it was the big thing. But once I got higher up in school, I mean, no one really had one anymore. I mean, the Game Boy kind of faded out and everything. So I never really played that anymore. I did play some computer games every now and then, but nothing major. I mean, I never really had much gaming for a while. But I ended up meeting my boyfriend actually online, not on Xbox, but on the internet. And he was a big gamer. He's a total gamer. I mean, he plays all the time. And when we first started dating, we talked on the phone like every day for hours and hours at a time. We would talk, and he lives in Canada and I live in the States, so you can imagine what the phone bills were like. I mean, we ran up hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of phone bills every month because we would talk so much. So he gets the bright idea that he's going to get himself a new Xbox, and he's going to give me his old one. Well, he does that, and I get his old Xbox. And I don't remember if it was for my birthday or for Christmas. But he ends up giving that to me, and he ends up not only giving me some of his old games that he had, but he ends up buying me Black Ops. Well, I started playing Black Ops, and that was pretty much the first game other than Halo. But back when I played Halo, I was really too young to like understand what gaming was. I mean, when I played Halo, we would just run around and jump on cars and shoot stuff. I mean, we never really played the game. But Black Ops was pretty much my first game. And once I actually got decent at it, that's when I knew I was a gamer. I mean, I'd totally fallen in love with it. But I played all the time, and since then, I've gotten so many other games, and I've like broken out of my shell, I guess you could say, because I used to only play Black Ops. I wouldn't play anything else. Nothing could ever compare to it in my mind, and I finally broke out of my shell. And like I said in my last video, I started playing Skyrim and stuff. But that's how I got up to to where I am now in my gaming. And if you guys want to leave me some comments saying how you started your gaming career, I guess you could say, then please do so, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.